In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I approached this 21-year-old woman in broad daylight and ended up going on a date with her shortly after meeting. Let's go.
Excuse me, sorry. Do you speak English?
Yeah,
Sorry, Turn.
that's fine.
I'm about to go meet my friends, so there's no issue. And I have to say, sometimes you're in a movie
Yeah, sorry.
and you've met this handsome guy. No, I just noticed your look and I thought, I really like your style. I feel like you have this very serious face, but I feel like you were enjoying your pretzel or something. And I
Oh
was
no,
like,
it's because I ate a cookie and I'm trying to be in a diet.
I was like, she's got this very serious face about her. I don't know if she's going to be friendly or she's just going to wag me in the
I
bed.
feel really guilty for eating the cookie.
No, I caught you in your naughty time.
Yeah.
Naughty girl
I
time.
just bought 3 chocolate before.
Oh, you're a bad girl.
So a few things to break down there. A lot happened actually, and this wouldn't typically be your kind of classic approach because a lot of stuff going on. So basically, she was in front of me and I had to kind of like run around a little bit to not come from behind because that's a big no-no. Never approach somebody from behind. Always try and come from within their periphery. And I always try to get their attention by saying a nice, firm, excuse me, to get her attention. And I got her attention and I took my glasses off to make sure again that I make eye contact. This is all part of my formula of approaching people and essentially having a good conversation with them. And this is the pre-approach phase where you get their attention, you establish strong eye contact, you have a bit of a smirk on your face, you have the right kind of facial expression, and then you slow down and you deliver your whatever you're about to say, your opening, concisely and with confidence and with groundedness. And before I even get to fully say what my opener was, she turns around and she say, is this a prank? Am I in the movie? What's going on? It's a little bit out of the blue, but I guess she felt like she was in the movie, so that was a bit funny. And then I kind of reassure her and I say, no, it's nothing like this. I just noticed you and I really like your style. And then I go into an observation. This is what I talk about again when I am coaching my clients or inside my community. This is the formula to approach women. You want to do the pre-approach and then you do the opening line and then you go into what we call a stack. And basically that is just calling out what you see and twisting it. So, and I basically tell her that I noticed her enjoying her pretzel and then I wasn't sure if she was going to be kind of a nice, friendly person or if she was going to give me a smack in the face. And that's usually a tease that I like to use to basically say, hey, look, I don't know if you're going to be friendly or if you're going to be a nice person, but in any case, I just thought I'll come and say hello. And this most oftentimes sets you up for a positive interaction with anybody. And let's see how this pans out for this one.
It's fine, it's gonna stay between us. Nobody else know that you've broken your diet.
Yeah.
Pinky promise? Pinky promise? Good. Have you ever done a pinky promise with a guy who's met before?
No.
Good, okay.
This feels like a sales pitch. Are you in sales?
I am in sales.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's coming across as a,
What's the sales?
I'm in tech.
Oh wow, the team for London text me.
Oh, okay. You've got me, wow.
Sorry.
But you don't look like you're from London.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna guess. You seem like you're from Essex. No, Essex? You've got Essex eyes.
I didn't have to feel about that one.
I'm joking. Where are you from?
What?
Where? Do you guys have electricity?
Yeah, that's true.
You have like those things that, you know, they blow smoke behind and they're called cars? I'm joking. I don't know what that is.
It's yeah, it's a cow.
I was just teasing you.
Yeah, it's right. I'm just personally for you to cook.
You're really down about that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I really let myself go.
So what calories are you on like right now? You're like,
You're trying to be in a deficit.
what deficit do you need? You're in shape, darling. What's going on here?
Yeah, but it's a slippery slope when you start eating these cookies.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's the worst thing. Sorry, because
So what I did up until this point, I was really kind of like being playful and like having this kind of like playful, non-serious vibe. And you could see that with the pinky promise thing. I made her kind of like pinky promise that the fact that she ate a cookie and a pretzel when she was supposed to be on a diet is going to be a secret between us, and I kind of made her pinky promise. And obviously none of this is serious. It's all playful. It's all part of just kind of like the vibe and really just kind of like bantering, okay? This is just kind of like being fun, playful, and non-serious. But also at the same time, I'm also teasing her and challenging her a little bit, because what you don't want to do when you're talking to an attractive woman is give her lots of compliments or be extremely direct with your compliments. So I'm teasing her with kind of like, where are you from? And then she said that she was from this place, and then I was teasing her by saying that, oh, I've never heard of this place. Do you guys have like electricity there? Do you have like cars? You know, the things that, you know, like you can move in and then they blow smoke behind, kind of stuff. And it doesn't matter if it landed well or not. I mean, this girl seemed to really be hung up about the fact that she just ate a cookie, which was actually quite funny. But I kind of just ride with that, you know? And this is so important for the beginning of an interaction. You don't want to be overly serious. You want to communicate and convey that, hey, you're not taking yourself too seriously. This is not something that is going to like make you nervous. Like talking to a woman, whether she's beautiful or not, you can care less. So not taking yourself too seriously just makes other people relax next to you, especially if you're kind of making fun of them in a playful way. It just makes them kind of like fall back into this ease, chill vibe.
They keep getting me.
I feel like you're trying to fight cooking now. You're like,
sorry. It's really getting to me. These are everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine. You enjoyed it. You had a little
No, I
guilty
didn't.
pleasure.
Literally
For the show.
stem ginger stuck in this cookie, and I bit it, and I was like, "This is absolute shit." Like,
Even when you ate a cookie, you try to go for like the ginger healthy one.
I really like ginger though. Like, you know, when
Okay.
you get ginger and it's like strong flavors, like really nice.
Spicy.
I thought it'd be good.
Okay.
No, I don't recommend. Do not go to this.
Yeah, no.
Ginger and dark chocolate.
Okay, that sounds like a good blend though.
Thank you. I used to get it in France. But
Okay, well,
yeah.
it sounds like you go to France a lot now. Do you?
I lived in France for like, I don't.
For uni or?
Yeah, I was there like
Interesting.
10 months.
So you speak French? You don't speak French? But you were there for 10 months?
Like,
Now I'm disappointed. I liked you until you said that. Because I am French.
oh, sorry. Whereabouts in France?
Okay, so you can see that really is, this is kind of like a chill, normal conversation with a little bit of like flirtation, a little bit of banter, and a little bit of get to know you. And this is kind of like normal conversation. This is what an interaction should look like. Just kind of like finding out a little bit about her and then using those things, that information that you find out about her. For example, she said that she lived in France for a little bit and she said something about France and I said, oh, I liked you until you said that thing. So that's a very simple way of just like flirting, pushing her away, playful, being kind of like engaging and playful with her. So this is such a crucial part of talking to women and just kind of like social skills, actively listening to what people are saying so that you can use the information as ammunition to tease or challenge or push or just compliment them, whatever the interaction requires at that time. If it's going too kind of like logical and too boring, you want to tease and you want to challenge and you want to kind of add a little bit of emotional spikes. Or if you're kind of like overly flirtatious and overly teasing and challenging, you want to go back into kind of like more comfort stuff, which is just finding out more about the person and getting to know her. And this is kind of like a bit of a mix.
Oh, nice. I could have studied. I could have studied both of them. I got into both the schools, but I didn't go.
Why is that?
And then,
Okay.
that's how I feel about that.
You just went there for the wine, didn't you? You're like, so you go get lit?
I actually did my wine.
Another key point here to pick out is look at the body language, okay? She's facing me, she's square with myself, she's playing with her hair, she's quite, you know, kind of invested in the conversation. She's doing, I would say about 50-50 of the talking at this point, if not more than me. So it just kind of like shows the power of your sub-communication, your energy, right? I'm very relaxed, I'm very chill, I'm very like, you can see me here, I'm kind of like looking at her, very kind of strong eye contact. I'm kind of like being very grounded and relaxed and chill, and I'm not taking myself seriously, and she feels this. And at this point, she is happier being with me in this conversation, talking to me, as opposed to doing whatever she's up to that day. And that's the power of providing value. That's the power of being grounded, of being someone who feels attractive in his core already, and women feel of this and they will happily have conversation with you and see where this can go.
Until I started like just drinking wine all the time, so like now I am drinking wine. Yeah.
Right. That's different, yeah, no.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You don't look old though, you look much younger than me, though. You're 21. Oh,
Well, no, that's
such a baby. You look young.
How old are you then?
Have a guess.
Yes, 24.
I'll take that spot. Look, how much old?
Yes, you do.
28. Pushing 30 soon.
So, started.
So, 30. Okay, I like that. I don't mind it.
Okay, this is huge for guys who are older than girls that they find attractive. She said to me that she was 21, and the first thing a guy who's older than a woman would think is like, oh God, I'm too old for her. She's going to think something like this, or she's going to think that I'm too old, or whatever the case may be. I do the opposite. I disqualify her and I say, oh, you're such a baby. You're so young. You're too young for me, right? I do the opposite. I'm the buyer and she's the one trying to sell herself to me. Not like that, but you get my point, like in terms of the energy. And this girl obviously does the exact thing that I want her to do, which is qualify herself. And because she asked me how old I was, and I was like, I'm 28, nearly 30. She says, well, potato, potato. That means that it doesn't mean anything to her. Quite the opposite. Younger women are actually attracted to older men. So if you're an older dude and you think, oh, you can't speak to younger women, well, you can, because actually they find you more attractive. And if you reverse the psychology in your brain to think that, hey, you're actually what women are looking for, they're looking for a much more mature, much more established man in life who has more experience, well, now you're able to own it. And when you say things like, oh, you're too young for me, you're such a baby, it comes across as congruent, because when you fake it, it doesn't land as well. But when it works, that's what happens.
I feel like we age like wine. Speaking of wine.
You're definitely in sales, pal.
Really?
Full of personality for it.
Oh, I take that as a compliment. Well, have you never been spoken to by a handsome guy saying that you're cute and you want to find out a little bit more?
No one I know is looking for pure personality.
Really? Maybe it's a French way.
I think it is a French happy. So, like,
Really?
no offense to you. Girls in the gym is the worst thing ever. Like,
Yeah.
I could say to them, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know French. This is fun, that. Or like, yeah, like, come on.
And this is the power of doing cold approach, being the guy that doesn't just do dating apps, but actually speaks to women in real life. You can see that has probably never been approached by a man in her life. And when you do this, you stand out so much, especially when you do it properly. When you develop the skill, like I have done, you are able to capitalize on these interactions and these opportunities that realistically, even on dating apps, this girl will probably not match with a guy like me. That is probably older, that is probably doesn't even live near her anyways. But when you come across these opportunities in real life and you capitalize on them because you develop the skill of being able to be good with women in real life, well, these are the beautiful things that happen. But not only this, you stand out. Imagine the impact and the respect that you get from women for actually talking to them in an attractive, gentlemanly, but very calibrated and efficient way.
Like, just stop. Like, it's so weird. Wait, why are you in London from France?
Because I live here. I've been here for like 10 years now.
You have so many French people in London. It's fucking crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I would get out to see, like, Paris.
Yeah, no, I do not like France, apart from like the south, where it's nice
So
and
you only
sunny.
go there for summer, you do?
Yeah, I do, because that's the best part. Otherwise, everybody's miserable. France is not where it used to be like 10, 20 years ago. But there is some nice spots. You should tell.
Yeah.
You know. But I feel like, I don't know, are you a summer gal or are you like a winter gal?
I prefer summer just when it's this hot.
What are you doing now? What's your story? Are you in London
I
and
was-
it's like studying or something? What's going on?
Yeah,
Doing
salty analytics. It's terrible.
more.
Yeah, these.
Your job.
Pardon?
I'll get you a more fun job.
Please do, honestly, sign me up. It's so, like, they think it's like life. Like, babes, this is not life. Like,
Okay.
no,
I'm looking for an assistant. Tell me out.
I'll do it.
I'll pay you with my French amazing company.
And this is another
With my
example of how
French-
being
French
an
lessons.
older
I don't know,
guy
you can
who
figure out
has more
something
kind of
out,
like established himself in life is a way of displaying value. Because, for example, she says, oh, she's working in this company and she doesn't like her job. And I'm telling her how, look, I run my own business, I do my own thing. and if she wants a job, maybe I could get her a job. I'm looking for an assistant. I'm kind of creating this role play with her as her being my assistant, me being the boss. And again, you're showing that dominance. You're showing that you're farther ahead in life than her. And you have that kind of like life experience that you're able to kind of like provide to her. She's able to learn from you, because women are attracted to men who are obviously further ahead than them in life. So that's a way of displaying your value as a man, especially if you've worked on your career, you've worked on yourself, and you have these abilities. You don't necessarily have to actually offer her a job or anything like this, but just in the conversation, in the way that you're displaying your value indirectly, because we're talking about work and I'm playfully telling her, well, look, if you don't like your job, I'll get you a job. I'm looking for an assistant. And again, but that's establishing the dynamics that, look, I am the leader and she is the one falling into my frame. I'm the one that has the resources. I'm the one that's capable. I'm the one who's able to kind of lead things forward, and she doesn't have to think as much. She doesn't have to work as much, and she can finally relax. She's finally met a man who is going to take the reins and is going to lead her, because women, they don't want to win, they want a winner. And that's a subtle way of me kind of displaying my value, displaying what I've achieved, but still in a playful way and in a non kind of bragging way. This is so fucking important.
Enchanté. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Very feminine handshake you've got.
Thank you.
So you're in an... My friend, she's coming out.
Yeah.
And
This is so funny. Such a sales.
hey, you like it, right? It's good. I like it. You like it. It's fun. Life is short. Have fun.
Life is short. Exactly. That's why I said to started.
So you work for this consulting thing, whatever. It's... Alright, cool. That one. I knew it. See? I knew
When I
it.
said that to someone, they were like, "No, you're just sorting out like competitive alternatives." So I was like, "You think I'm going to do that?"
Okay. And what do you do in your free time? Since you're not from London, like, what? How is the London life? I suppose you've been here for how long?
Like, mum.
Oh, so you're fairly new.
Yeah, but like
Very
I've come
silly.
to quite a bit of times.
Yeah. But like, definitely just here for a month for now.
So a lot of guys might be thinking, okay, why are you asking all these questions? Why are you kind of like asking her what she does for a living, how long she's been here, what's her story? Well, I'm trying to understand what is going to be my options with this girl. Is she traveling? Is she living here full time? Does she stay far away? Is she just kind of like visiting? What is it that I am working with right now? Because that is going to dictate how I'm going to take this conversation and how I'm going to lead this interaction forward. If she says that, for example, she's leaving in 2 days and she's just visiting the city, well, I'm going to pull the trigger much faster. But if she says, oh, she lives around here or she lives in the city, then maybe I just want to kind of like exchange numbers and exchange information and see her another time when I'm free. So I'm asking these questions so that I can gauge the logistics and what are my options.
Yeah, I've been here like just it's fine. I prefer it to like it's weird because my friends on here, but it's fine.
You find there's this big city thing that when you go to a big city like London, it's hard to like set roots and like find new people.
I do, yeah, but like I feel like because now I'm moving around quite a bit, I don't really need to find like some
Sure.
Right, it sounds really like cringe to say, but as long as you're happy with yourself, I don't think you need to learn other people.
I like that.
I'm very easily just like entertained.
Good. Yeah. Good.
No, it's like I need a master.
Okay. You sound like a crazy girl now. I don't know if I can trust you.
Crazy?
Yeah, I feel like
How's it crazy? It's just like
no. It's, as in like I like it because I'm the same. But you're like I just I don't know. You never know sometimes. When someone is too comfortable being by themselves, you're like
I don't know. I like being the princess of us. Don't get me wrong, but like I just have to get used to adapting to being different.
Okay, so I said at this point of the conversation, I felt like things were a little bit too kind of logical, a little bit too get to know you. Remember what I said about making sure that there is a balance between rapport and comfort and then challenging and teasing and basically building the attraction. And even though she actually said that she likes to, kind of like be by herself and she's comfortable with being by herself, which is a trait I actually like in women, I wouldn't usually tease her on this. But because at that point I was like, okay, I need to kind of like engage this conversation a little bit, like bring some emotions into this conversation, make it a little bit more kind of like lively and have some emotions to it. I just teased her randomly on that thing that she said about the fact that she's comfortable being herself. And I said, and then she responded and said something, but what do you mean? How is that crazy? And she's right, because it technically isn't, but it doesn't really matter because talking to women doesn't have to be logical. It's about the emotions, remember. And all I said is, but I like it. I'm the same, okay? When you tease her about something that you like or something that is not really something you can tease somebody about, you can say, but no, I actually like it because I'm the same, okay? But then I switch it back and I say, but really, you kind of never know though, because I feel like that may be a bit crazy, a bit of a red flag. So again, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to make sense if you're teasing her or something that is something you can actually tease her on or not, as long as the emotion is there, as long as you invoke, you inject the emotion you're after, you are looking to create in the conversation using things like challenging, teasing, pushing her away, making assumptions. All of these things are things that you can use to build attraction and spike emotion in a conversation, which will make a conversation a bit more kind of like engaging and alive, as opposed to just like exchanging information and about herself and myself, which do build comfort, but there needs to be that balance.
So I just have to FaceTime and stuff, which is fine. It just happens, you know?
You've got very cat-like eyes.
So I've been
I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. It's cute. They're very like, it's like a cat, very, they're not big. They're not,
give it 5.
you've got,
3, I guess.
no, not in between. You've got there's cute eyes, and there is seductive eyes. And you've got the seductive one.
Okay, I think I'll take that.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
I like it. I don't mind it. What do you do for fun apart from speaking to a French guy?
And here again, I actually double down on the attraction stuff with the intent. And most guys would say, oh, but what, how do you show intent? How do you make it man to woman? How do you create the kind of like flirtatious vibe? Well, this was a simple example. I was just talking about her eyes in a very kind of like intentful way. I was basically saying to her that she has very seducing eyes. And I went into like this very indirect explanation without kind of making it super direct and super obvious that I am into her. But the underlying communication, she knows. And even herself, she like, okay, I'll take it as a compliment. I'll take that. She obviously knows, and you can sense that she is kind of like in this little bubble where I am flirting with her. And I basically go and I say, look, there is 2 types of eyes. You've got these very cute Bambi eyes, these very round eyes, and you have these very kind of like feline, very kind of like seducing eyes. And I tell her that she has the feline kind of type of eyes. And then she goes, thank you. And, but it doesn't really matter what kind of like comes after this. The principle here is to show intent, and the more you get experience with talking to women, the more subtle your intent becomes, because like I always say about women, it's more in the vibe, it's more in your energy. You can see here, I'm standing still, I'm very grounded, I'm looking into her eyes, and I'm kind of like describing what I like about her, and I'm calling her seducing. That, you don't need to be a woman to understand the subcommunication in this, right? Us men, we're very uncalibrated when it comes to these things, but the more you get exposed to these kind of conversations, the more you get exposed to how women communicate, the more you understand how powerful that is. And she is feeling it 100%.
In the middle of London.
I like going to the gym, go to Pilates, shopping,
Okay.
go to cafes, go to restaurants. And if you were to go to David Attenborough exhibition, but I didn't manage to go, that's really upsetting.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're into arts and nature.
I love
exhibition.
Well, like, I like drinking a lot. But if I'm always going to drink, that's just what. Wait.
Yeah.
I like a rooftop with some sushi.
Good. Okay, we're getting
That's
somewhere.
like
Good.
That's
good,
like
good, good.
peak life, like, because sometimes I think people go to the club and that's just like, oh, like, I like a club. I was there last weekend.
Okay.
Hungover as hell.
Where?
So, I was at it's like Maddox or something.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible decision to go. I just got easily swayed. With some of my friends were there.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still in recovery. I've not drank much this week.
I think I should take you to a nice place next time.
Yeah,
If you like rooftops and cocktails.
I love
Because that's my vibe. That's what I do.
Yeah. And you're just chilling and just enjoying life being that.
100%.
Other than that, people if you meet someone in a club, I genuinely think it's just like the obvious.
I don't like clubs. I agree. I think we want the same thing.
Yeah, most guys, no offense.
Okay, so this is where I start to kind of like qualify her a little bit and be like, okay, what else do you do for fun apart from speaking to a French guy in the streets? Like, I'm obviously being a bit kind of like teasing and playful here because she's talking to me, being a French guy in the street, and I basically qualify her and I just listen to what she's saying. I'm just like, okay, interesting, okay. And it's not until she says something that I personally enjoy, which is rooftop bars and sushi and stuff like that, and just kind of like more laid back, mature ways of leisure, I suppose, that I start to compliment her. I'm like, oh, okay, now we're talking. I like this. And then she doubles down and she's like, yeah, I love this kind of stuff. I don't like clubs and stuff like that, right? And you can see that, again, you know, girls like this don't really often go to clubs, right? You see them, you know, out and about during the day, or just like in rooftop bars, cocktails, you know, cocktail places and stuff like that. So again, you know, the clubs are good to kind of practice, but you're not always going to find the quality type of girls. But in any case, I am here kind of like qualifying her, what you're into, what do you do? And then she tells me what she's into. I reward her for the things that I find attractive. And then I subtly but directly say, I should take you to a nice place sometime, right? Because that's how I feel. I feel like leading. I'm not going to hide the fact that obviously I'm here to talk to her because I find her attractive. And when I say I should take you to a nice place sometimes because that's what I'm into, she responds very positively. She says, yeah, of course. And she keeps talking about how she likes going to cocktail bars and nice places as opposed to, you know, nightclubs, which is very positive. And again, look at what she's doing. She's very talkative. She's very contributive to the conversation. She's talking. She's doing kind of like, you know, half of the work, if not more, talking than I am, which is extremely positive, because at this point, if she wasn't into the conversation, she would have walked away. She would have said, hey, sorry, I really need to go, whatever the case may be. But obviously, this is not the case, so it's looking very positive.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yeah. Because they're not salesmen like me. They can't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Do you have WhatsApp and Instagram?
I do have WhatsApp.
Let's do Instagram and WhatsApp. You don't have Insta?
I do have Insta.
Let's do both, so I can make sure that you're not a psychopath. Thanks.
And obviously, what comes naturally after making an offer to go out another time and her agreeing is to exchange details. So I literally just grab my phone and be like, do you have WhatsApp? That is the simplest way to do it. It's like there's no, can I have your number? Do you want to give me your number? It's like, do you have WhatsApp? Like, what's your WhatsApp? And then I'll just pull out my phone and I give it to her to insert her number and save it. That's it. And then I always do as well, like Instagram, because look, in 2026, if you don't have a strong Instagram, I don't know what to tell you. You have to use Instagram. It helps so much with leads and keeping conversations like this alive, because life happens, people are busy. Instagram is a good way to nurture the people that you kind of like meet.
I'm not a psychopath.
Good.
So how many people do you go up to? Does this always work?
You're number 75 today.
Oh, she just got her.
I've never heard this one before.
Sorry, what's this for?
Oh, you went to my Instagram as well? Wow. Intrusive.
So the classic shit test. Do you do this all the time? Does it always work? Do you speak to girls like this all the time? The classic shit test, and what guys here struggle to do is just kind of like, oh, do I tell her yes? Do I tell her no? What should I say? Well, there's two ways of basically dealing with a shit test, and you will hear it often and often time again. And girls will say this. It's funny. It's actually really fucking hilarious how every girl that I spoke with says the same thing. And what I say is, you're number 275 today. Like, I exaggerate it to the point where it's basically a way of passing the shit test, and that's basically not reacting to it, right? Or just like exaggerating it to the point to show that you don't really care about what she is saying. You're just congruent with the way you live your life, and that's it, right? It's kind of like staying in your own frame. Or the other way to deal with it is the more kind of like grounded way, which is to say, hey, look, life is short. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never know, okay? And then usually girls are like, yeah, okay, that makes sense, whatever. But to be honest with you, it doesn't even matter. They just want to test you and see. And it's usually always after they give you the number, which is quite hilarious how women kind of just react the same way.
What phone is this? It's you.
Oh. Very good. Let me give you a call. So we're gonna... what did you say about us?
My name.
Give me a call now. What are you up to tonight?
I'm actually just browsing around before I go.
Yeah, I think just ringing live. What's that?
My phone's always ended up, so funnily enough, I get the French
I have to
police
say my name.
once. The French music clubs come to my apartment because school far. Do you know what? Because my phone was just so it was the same. So I wasn't answering anyone's calls.
Okay.
So it's actually really funny. So it's always my phone is like.
Fucking hell. You have to save my number though. You have to say that.
I don't say that anymore.
No,
I
you
just
have.
recognize.
You have to be nice. I saved yours. You have to say it as a name. Otherwise, I'm just a number, and I don't like that. Come on, Ethan.
Sorry, this is really good.
How do you spell my name? You don't even know how to spell it.
I'll just press me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out.
It's the first time anyone has told me that before.
What's common sense?
Alright.
I would usually try to get girls that I exchange numbers with to save my number into their phone as well, so that when I'm texting them, it doesn't come up as just a number, because otherwise you're just a number in the phone, and it's better to just have it pop up as a real name as opposed to just a number, because at this point you're just that, you're just a number in her phone. But if it's a real name, and usually what I like to write is like sexy French guy or sexy Frenchman or whatever the case may be, as something a bit funny, so that when they get a text from me, it comes up and they're like, oh my god, who is this sexy French guy? So typically I would encourage them to say that, and I would kind of like say, you know, I don't want to just be a number on your phone. But this girl obviously was, for whatever reason, reluctant to do it. But it's interesting because we actually end up going on a date together later on that day. But yeah, it just shows you that, look, sometimes girls are a bit unpredictable. Maybe she thought I would, you know, run out with her phone or something like this. I mean, it is London at the end of the day. Some crazy stuff happened there in terms of like phone getting taken from people and whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I did try to tell her to do it, and I gave her like a very nice kind of like explanation as to I just don't want to be a number, which is the reality. But in any case, if they don't do it, it's fine, but try to at least get your number in their phone saved with a name as opposed to just a number.
Like, if I see your name on Instagram, it's going to say everything number.
What do you say about that? You think I'm gonna run away with my phone? Who can hold my phone?
You are so serious.
I'm just good.
They train you on getting his personality.
No, I'm just Cool. Well, look, I need to end. My friends are waiting, but I'm not time. I'll see if I'm free tonight. I'll invite you out if you're still around. What'd you do?
Let me bring you five. Yeah.
No. Okay, well, I'll shoot you a text. We'll see what we can do.
You want some football?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I think we're going to win.
Okay, very important thing here. Notice, I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I basically tried to end the conversation by saying, hey, look, I need to go. My friends are waiting for me. I'll send you a text and we'll figure something out. And then she replied, are you going to watch the football? And I said, yeah, maybe, whatever. And then she says, do you think we're going to win? So this is a very interesting thing that happened, because I am trying to end the interaction. I'm trying to end the conversation and leave, but she's the one reigniting the conversation. She's the one asking me questions. So at this point, she's obviously wanting me to stay more than she's wanting me to leave by trying to keep me in the conversation. And this is where I started to kind of like see green lights that this girl might be on for a same day date or like an instant date today, and probably more. But I had to go see my friends. I had things to do. But you can see how when you're trying to cut the conversation off, but she's still interjecting some threads of conversation in it, as opposed to going with the flow and be like, yeah, okay, whatever, and she leaves, it obviously shows that she's really wanting you to stay in the interaction a lot more longer because she's enjoying your presence. And if you have the ability to take it to an instant date or move it somewhere else or bring her along with you to whatever cool thing you're doing, that is usually a green flag to try and lead that way.
It's just, I don't want business to find my work, and yeah.
Do you mind asking, is tech sales good money? Isn't it really good money? It's very cut down.
Beginning is tough. Once you prove yourself, alright. Well, I'm trying to sound nice.
Hey, that's fair. In the UK?
Nope. I just want to travel the world. I'm my boy who enjoys life. I just want to live. I want to be able to
yeah, life's worth living.
Yeah, maybe I'll take you with me to travel the world and take over.
Yeah, get Jack, get a boat.
Get what?
Get Jack, get a boat.
Yeah.
Live life.
Yeah, we can be some sort of online gurus together.
Yeah, I think life's so worth living.
Well, look, I might
enjoy your night.
Yeah, I might meet you later on. I don't know. I'll see. I'll text you, and then.
Yeah, I do. I'm not always on my phone replying, but I do reply. It's just I have it off. I don't like notifications and doing all this fuck up. Sorry.
Will you be free tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, just message me and I'll reply.
All right, come out for a little day out tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
See.
All right, darling. Take care. Yeah.
Okay, so very positive till this point. She's telling me to text her and she will reply, and she's telling me that she doesn't always have notifications on, but she will reply when she gets the message eventually. So it's looking positive, okay? But let's look at the text thread and see what happened after that interaction. Okay, so after that interaction, I left to handle some business. I had to go and meet some friends, but I freed up a while after that, and I thought, you know what? Let me send her a message and see if she's still around to go for a drink. And let's go into the message right now. So I say, it's Dan, the sexy sales guy, up to grab a drink today. So very simple kind of offering what we've discussed about. And then she says, I'm near Oxford Circus. Where would you suggest for a drink? And I respond and I say, I can meet you in 15 minutes. I know a few nice bars in the area. How'd that sound? And she responds, okay, perfect. How far are you? And I say, okay, I'm 12 minutes away. And she says, perfect. And then she says, I respond, okay, meet outside Oxford Circus station in 12 minutes. And then she responds, where are you? And then I send her my location, and we basically go on a date together. And you can see here that we end up in a very beautiful rooftop bar on a date together, literally after having met only a few minutes before. All right, gentlemen, this is basically how it looks like to be able to have the superpower and the social skill to walk up to women, or basically anybody, speak to them and network, make friends and date attractive women. And I've been doing this for years and years and years. And at this point, this is my day-to-day life. I go out there and I meet attractive women. I make friends with affluent people, and I don't have to rely on dating apps or social media, even though I use those things as part of my system to supplement this skill that I've developed of being good with people and being good with women in real life, face to face. So if you want to unlock this superpower, this social skill, the ability to be attractive to women face to face and make things happen, you can click on the link down below, book a call with me to work potentially one-to-one to see how I can help you and fast track your results and fast track your ability to get to this stage, so that you are in control of your dating life, you are in control of your social life, and you unlock all the nice things that you want to achieve in your life without having to rely on dating apps and all of these gimmicks. Book your call right now if you're serious about getting your dating life and your social skills with women on lock. Alternatively, you can join my Skool community that has over 300 men to get coaching from me directly and have access to a library of courses, all my knowledge, everything that I have learned in the past 8 years of doing this, all in one place that is not always available on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you want to know exactly what I do on the dates to make sure that they are always successful and that I end up going home with my date, check out this video here or here, breaking down exactly how I met a 24-year-old model and took her home after our date. See you there.